And I see by my clock I have the perfect amount of time to tell you one story, tell you a little bit about how to connect with us, and do a final closing song. So here's how this is going to work. First of all, I want you to think again about that word success, and truly, what does that mean, especially as I'm about to tell you one of the stories we're using this year. Now, we do all kinds of shows, hundreds of them a year. Churches, youth groups, school assemblies, county fairs, state fairs, conferences such as this, all kinds of places and venues. But our primary audience are young people, K through 12, who just make up the general public school setting that need to know that it's okay to dream big, because when you dream big and you believe you can achieve, that's how you succeed. Now, in all the stories and all the years that we've traveled across this country building our group, we've had some special people join. And last year, just about exactly a year ago, it'll be a year on Easter Sunday, we had a young lady named Teresa. Teresa is in Rapid City, South Dakota at our site there. She's not here today. She couldn't be here at this show. But Teresa, when she joined our group, she had had one drum lesson, much as what those that just came up from the audience had as drum experience, and then was immediately in her first show. It happened to be the second biggest audience we've ever had, which was Easter Sunday at Mount Rushmore last year. We did not have the 22 or so that we have up here today. We had 83 of our members actually at Mount Rushmore last year, 82 of which knew a lot more about what they were doing in Sheltered Reality than Teresa did. And I saw her looking scared to death that morning as we were setting up. I didn't think a thing of it. I would have been scared too. Having had no experience and knowing 82 people on the stage knew a lot more than she did. However, every month when I went back to Rapid City for practice, I saw the same thing in Teresa. She would hide in the back row at lessons. She'd keep her head down. She'd drum a little, move a little. She never smiled. We have lots of hours of lessons. The Nashville site itself has 5 hours of practice tonight when we're done with today. We have shows all day tomorrow, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. We're back here on Monday. That's a lot of things we do together. They're going to have a great time. We always do, even if we have lack of sleep that we're suffering from sometimes. We have a great time. For Teresa not to smile, I knew something was going on in that young lady's life. But she heard one thing last year. She heard it at every show, and she heard it at every practice, and that is she could achieve anything. She could succeed if she was willing to take and to never give, and to be willing to do. Now, we got to stop there, because that's where we left off last year as we were doing steps to success. We didn't have that believe in yourself step quite yet. So she heard that over and over. And every month when I got back to Rapid City, she'd look a little happier, a little brighter. Now, on my left, your right, is Mr. Jordan Fratt, our long-running second-in-command young man. He's been in our group all 10 and a half years. From 8 years old, he's 18, going on 19 here very soon. And when Jordan and I both arrived in Rapid City in July, several months after Teresa had been in our group, we found a brand new young lady set up in the front row at practice, no longer hiding in the back. That day, she knew every drum part, every piece of choreography, and she smiled. I knew something had changed. I didn't know what. Until after practice, she told me she needed to talk to me, and as we went out of the door where we were practicing, she started to cry. You have to know, when I met Teresa at 16 years old, she was the goth, if that word means anything to you, all dressed in black, looking very depressed every time you saw her, looking very rebellious. You didn't expect tears out of this 16-year-old young lady, but she started to cry and then went on to tell me that for 16 of her 16 years, she was told something that I don't think any child should ever have to hear. She was told this from her mom and her dad both. They would tell her that she could not succeed at anything because she had no hopes, no dreams, no talents, nothing that she was good at. Her life was worthless and she might as well give it up. Now I want you to think about how that must feel at any age, at any person, but especially when it's your own family. She's got this great big new extended drumming family of nearly 400 members across 11 states and 27 sites called Sheltered Reality. She told me one thing first that she learned. She wants to be the best drummer in this group that she can be so audiences can see her doing her part. It's succeeding. But you have to know two more things about Teresa. One, Mount Rushmore Easter Sunday, her debut show, she wanted mom and dad there very badly. We had parents drive to see their kids from all of those other states that you heard mentioned, long ways to Rapid City. Her parents needed to drive across town. She wanted them there so badly, yet they chose to go fishing Easter Sunday morning, not even bothering to see their daughter in this thing she's so excited to be part of. Yet she did realize that still she'd learned a very valuable lesson, not only to be the best drummer she can be, but to be the best kid that she can be. When we met her a year ago, she was already heavily into drugs and alcohol because I'm assuming it was one of those quote-unquote escapes from this life she had led. Easter Sunday this year, she's 1 year clean of doing all of that, simply because she's learned to truly succeed. Now, it's a tiny piece of sheltered reality. There's so many things you guys could hear and do. We invite you to our expo booth. We're there all the whole time that we're down here in Nashville. We've got CDs there that you can take home. We've got DVDs from Mount Rushmore, actually, that you can take home. We have information sheets to book us in all the places you are. We can also have you guys join the group, have your kids join the group, start new sites. There's so much information there. See our table for anything you want to learn about how to bring sheltered reality to all of your communities, to all your states, even to your super centers. We're doing a show at a super center this weekend, actually, in the Nashville area, or to your distribution centers. We're doing a couple of those as well. If you'd like to do wholesale orders, Scott back here has very generously worked that out with Daryl Phillips, his team leader at his distribution center in Shelbyville. So if you need to do a wholesale order, first time we've ever done it, they've arranged that, all because you guys have the best team members in the world. Scott's become a great one of ours. Make sure you realize he's not only one of your team members, but one of our family members. Give him a super duper round of applause. Because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. We're going to do a closing song right now. It's well choreographed and it's for fun because music's a tool to reach out, to change the world, to bring us back together, to have a great time. We'll see you guys all down the road. It's been our pleasure being here.